let me talk a little bit about what I think are the three drivers of innovation in our kind of a space. I would say, one, you need to have a very deep partnership between the group that's providing the service and the customers of that service. Number two, you need alignment of goals so that when the goal is achieved, those who get there also get a benefit. So, whether it's a provider or the shared services organization, they get a benefit. So the incentives have to match. And the third is, there must be a way by which you have intelligence and benchmarking and capabilities that every day gets you smarter to be able to drive innovation. Now, if you look at those three things, where do you get the strongest partnership? The chances are, if you're a shared services organization of your own parent, you should have a deep partnership because you're part of the same company. Well, sometimes that's true, but sometimes it may not be true. But I suspect it should be true if it works well. Second is incentives. Now, this is where most shared services organizations actually fail. Because if you look at most shared services organizations, they are a cost center. And I believe shared services organizations should not be a cost center. They should be a profit center. So if I'm a shared services leader and I drive innovation in partnership with my customer, which is my parent, and it drives a benefit, I need to make some money, which means my business, call it the shared services business, makes money. That's how capitalism is driven within a corporation. And I think shared services models typically are not structured that way. The few who do get structured that way, I think, drive better innovation. Obviously, the provider space is structured that way if the contract helps. The third is where providers win, which is, are you an organization that does this for 100 people, 100 different corporations, 100 different situations, 100 different industries, and therefore do you have learnings that you can bring to drive innovation? If you're a shared services organization, no. You just serve one customer. If you're a provider, you serve 100 customers. So I think three drivers. The first and the second, shared services organizations can get done if they're structured right. The third is impossible for them to get done. So in the end, if the contract is set right, providers win. So the question is, if a company is focused on revenue growth, is the smart choice to drive outsourcing or put it into a shared services? So the way I would approach the question is, so how am I going to drive that revenue? Am I going to drive revenue growth by a series of acquisitions that I'm going to do? And when I do those series of acquisitions, what will make those acquisitions successful? And if part of the game of making acquisitions successful is to integrate them quickly, get everyone aligned to drive growth, et cetera, then I would say having a partner who allows you to integrate with speed is a great way to drive revenue growth because then you are ready to acquire faster, integrate faster, and make those successful. Another example would be where a company is saying that I need to get my team really focused on marketing, sales, branding, entry into new markets, developing new products, and getting them to market fast. Let's be clear, we are in a world where speed to market actually makes a huge difference. The Googles of the world win versus the Microsofts of the world. That's because Google launches products every day. Microsoft spends a lot of time before they launch a product. It used to work. I think the world has changed to very quick launches, get feedback from customers, and relaunch. To make that successful, you need an ecosystem of partners who actually do all the other things so that you can focus on growth. So I would say, if you're really focused on growth, I would argue those are the best opportunities to actually have someone do a bunch of things for you. And hopefully they're very good at doing it, and that's what they do for you and help you drive growth.